Hey yo, is this thing on? Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Rich right here, Southern Cali. The Outlaws are back. If you didn't know, now you know what. This is the best show on the block. Guaranteed to be the best. Some else, some new, some original, something to get you to break outside the box, restructure your mindset, reanalyze the norm, get your thinking, strategize, re-strategize, blueprint, put it all into effect, see what you come up with, and just enjoy the ride. So yo, I'm in my room. I don't want to be too loud and hectic, but it's Sunday night. Usually I don't drop videos on Sunday night, but I was kind of like inspired, motivated to go ahead and well keep moving along this journey, this challenge of like moving the tribe forward that doesn't exist yet. So this is me believing in myself. This is me basically sitting down right here believing in myself on Sunday night. So anyways, y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hopefully having a great day. Above me on epic, better than average, been original, stupendous, glorious, blessed, phenomenal, and everything else that encompasses a wonderful, motherfucking amazing life, y'all. So anyways, what do I want to break into today? What I want to break into today is I'm almost up with my 90-day challenge. So I'm almost up with my 90-day challenge. And what did I learn? What did I get to? Where am I at? I dropped the video prior to this, but this is where I'm at, like physique wise. You know what I mean? Like that where I'm at right now. Not bad. So I have this theory and I'm trying to figure out if it's fucking relevant or not, and it looked like it going pretty well. You know what I mean? I'll talk about it later. And it's not like irrelevant, like I'm the only one who knows about it. It's just like, what did I implement? That's kind of where I'm getting at. Other videos that I've done in the past, I've broken it down. And so for everybody who's been here on a cumulative collective, y'all should have been progressing a lot. Y'all should have been progressing a lot. So anyways, y'all, what I want to talk about today is reading is fundamental. And this book happened to change my life. It transformed my perspective. It transformed the way it transformed the way I maneuvered on my life. I'm not saying I got radical and became some type of like extremist. I'm not saying that at all, but it did begin to like seep into my soul and begin to encompass a majority of my life, and to the point where it's formally a part of who I am, and it's formally something that I really enjoy being. So right here, it talks about being respectful, kind, courteous, treating others how you want to be treated. Talks about being a good neighbor, not falling into temptations such as adultery or fornication. Talks about um, how to live in a manner where your eating habits are not, in a sense, categorized as gluttonous. It talks about taking care of your temple, your body, your physique, right? The Bible tells you to do this shit. It honestly does. It talks about being the type of man who would potentially be the perfect prospect to lead a family, to raise children, to have the type of leadership qualities and character to have a female submit and follow his lead, which kind of like references it as she's not argumentative, and she's not quarreling, and she's not there to dictate her viewpoint and opinion onto his choices, because up front when they got together and said we're gonna link up forever, she decided that his brain and what they were gonna be led to in the future, he was gonna be in charge, and that's fundamentally the structure that it goes by. And so it like, oh, I don't want to do that. Well, then you don't that not for you. Oh, I don't want to be that type of woman. That's fine. That's not for you. That's the fucking point, and not for you. There's others that do want this role, and it's for them. And there's other men who are like, oh, I don't want that. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. That's not for you. It talks about not being a drunkard, right? Not giving into the temptation of alcohol and become an alcoholic and falling into alcoholism. And it basically just says it's better to be sober minded than to be a drunkard. And in reality, if you follow these rubrics and you follow this format right here, it'll save you from alcoholism, cirrhosis of the liver. It'll save you from that. It'll save you from getting in trouble and living a life of shame and embarrassment because of things that you did while being under the influence of spirits, which is what alcohol is referred to. They're made of different types of spirits. So you get spirits, put them into your temple, your body, and then they run amok. You do dumb shit, and then you regret it later. I've been there. I'm not saying I haven't. And then it talks about not indulging in or doing it, period. Pharmakia. Pharmakia is the form of witchcraft, which is basically indulging in herbs, spices, mixing chemicals in order to produce some type of high, some type of euphoria, some type of altered state of being. So I used to use drugs such as like mushrooms and acid and stuff like that. And formerly, I thought it was cool, and it would like stay away from it. Your life gonna be different in a certain. I don't. Once again, I don't believe that's fine enough for you, but it happened to help me out. And so when I applied these things into my life, it helped me out. So I was like, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna take this and put it to the side, and I'm gonna keep all of this information that I'm absorbing that's really beneficial to me personally, period. Mm. Now, I'm not even getting into the God factor, the angel factor, the heaven and hell factor. I'm not even getting into the Jesus factor. I'm not getting into the miracles factor. I'm not getting into the healing factor. I'm not getting into the other parts that usually this is known for. Usually the Holy Bible is known for all these other topics and categories. But for me, my eyes have been open to all kinds of different relevant aspects, such as taking care of your temple and training like an athlete so that you shall endure till the end. So I was curious on what that meant. Training like an athlete so that you can endure till the end. It's like a spiritual walk. It's about training your spiritual muscles and becoming strong when it comes to spiritual battles such as overcoming temptation of the flesh, temptation of your thoughts, the overwhelming battle of the mind. Right. The mind can be a battlefield to some people. So, for example, you were an alcoholic or you're struggling to get sober, boom, you have that battlefield in your mind, knowing you want to stop, fighting the urge to submit to whatever you're vulnerable to, whatever is getting you to submit to its wants for you compared to what you know is best for you that you're trying to achieve. So, so this book has helped me fix my body. It's helped me transform my physique. It's helped me get a more healthier, well-rounded, emotionally stable, mentally fortified lifestyle. And that is what I come on here and I share with you. And it's not always this, but the morals and the principles that I teach come from a lot of this. You know what I mean? So staying optimistic, being a visionary, overcoming obstacles daily, staying focused, staying disciplined, regulating your thought patterns, and regulating your diets patterns, and regulating the way you speak about, to yourself and to others, the way you start your day, and the viewpoint that you project onto this life. And another one is instead of how did the day treat you, how was your day, how did the day treat you, instead it's more of like an action of how did you treat the day, how did you go out there and maneuver in order to mold and shape the type of day that a leader would have, instead of somebody who's just settling for what's given to them. Did you go out there and make a plan and execute? Did you take three different concepts, three different areas of life, and apply it and consistently target hit these three key points every day? For me, one is work, second is these videos, third is health, right? My workouts and shit like that. And all of this is on the side that I'm covering and I'm doing, but those are like three big keys in my health. My health is really is really paying off because I'm consistently doing it. So if I put the aspect of my health and what I'm seeing, the results, and I apply it to the other aspects, I'm pretty sure that I'm getting the same type of results, even though I'm not getting acknowledged for it. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep moving forward. It is what it is. It seems to be working. Why break the cycle? Why try and rebuild the wheel and shit? Just keep moving forward. So anyways, y'all, hopefully you're having a great day. Hopefully everything's working out for you. Hopefully you had a great weekend. I'm telling you, even if it's not this book, reading is fundamental. It expands your mind. It gets you to understand different concepts. It gets you to understand how to structure your speech and develop different types of speech patterns. It really kind of teaches you how to conduct yourself in different social environments. It opens up your mind to a broader perspective on life. If you get different types of books, it really kind of opens your mind into different types of nationalities, different types of demographics, different type of regions, different types of traditions, different types of cultures, and different types of lifestyles that you might be interested in. And then you find out where they're from, and how to book a flight, and you go visit them, and you take that journey, and you happen to start with the book, start with some knowledge, and take it into another state of being, and you actually take a trip and you visit. You might even make it a part of your lifestyle, your culture. You might actually meet someone there to become your partner for life. You never know what a book can do. You never know how far, in a good manner, a good book can take your life for the better. You get what I mean? And so sometimes you need to read a book on finances. Sometimes you need to read a book on how to cook. Sometimes you need to read a book on how to level out and manage, balance your emotions. Sometimes you need a book on how to let go of trauma. Sometimes you need to read a book on how to understand why humans do what they do and why do they respond the way they respond. Sometimes you need to read a book about how to approach women, how to be a man in general or a woman in general, how to be a father. There's all kinds of shit to learn, and the thing that's cool about books is that usually they're written by people who are like the best, greatest at their, or pretty fucking good. Like they got years of experience in their topic, in their genre, in their category, and they're giving you the best information of what they know into like a little nugget. Boom, here, read this. It's the best of the best of the information that I got at the moment. In like 10 years, it'll probably be better than this, but it'll be basically this plus this much more. It's basically like the nutshell. fundamentals of everything that I'm ever gonna give you. Right here, the book. It costs. This one costs $3.99. This one costs $3.99, and it's the fundamentals that changed my life. It costs $3.99 plus tax to change the whole fabric foundation of my being. If you want a testimony, I was drunk, did drugs, making bad decisions, getting in trouble. I had no direction. I had a bad attitude, angry, bitter, morbidly obese. I was basically like a lost cause. I was just a bad energy to be around because I was so self-destructive. I would just be so self-destructive that it'll rub off on others in my environment, other situations, places. I'd end up behind bars and shit a lot, always getting in trouble, always going into fucking court hearings and shit. Always having to like build cases and study my way out of it, fucking follow the rules, apply everything, fucking pay the fines, everything. Take the classes, and then I found myself studying on the side because I really didn't want to be that person. I didn't really want to live that life. I fell into it on accident, but then you're in the system, so you just keep fucking falling into the system. It's just so easy to miss a class or struggle and not be able to pay, and then they fucking hit you up like what the fuck, or you miss a hearing because whatever, or some shit happens and you're like, fuck, do I go to work or go to court? Because if I miss another day at work, you're gonna fucking fire me. So you miss a day of court, and now there's a fucking warrant out for your arrest. Boom, you get locked up, you lose your fucking job anyways. It's just a revolving cycle of bullshit. And got tired of that lifestyle, on top of being drunk, on top of popping pills and being out of reality in another reality, while trying to straighten out this reality. And the next reality was fun, but it wasn't always fun. Sometimes it was just a full bunch of flashbacks, traumatic events, just all accumulating on a motherfucking mushroom trip for 5 hours of shit. Now I gotta live it all at once, all over again, all the shit I fucking regret. So anyways, y'all, this book, $4.99, really helped me out. Changed and transformed everything. I've been applying this book. It talks about what type of woman I should get. If I fundamentally believe in these principles, then fundamentally there are certain key principles that I should focus on when choosing a woman that would be the perfect choice. Because I fundamentally believe in this doctrine, someone who really take this deep and in a heartfelt manner, female wise, counterpart wise, logically it would be like a relationship that would stand the test of time, and it would be like forever and ever, because this thing says that that's how you would pick a partner for this type of situation. But I don't know about your situation, because I don't know your fundamentals and your core principles. I can't tell you what the fuck. But if you believe in this and you're having problems, and then we're trying to get you like as a counseling session, and you want to kind of diagnose your life and figure out like what steps to take, what not to take, and what God would kind of want to point you in, what kind of directions it would be, we would go down this book. We'd write you out a roadmap, we'd structure you out, and then we'd help you apply it. And in about 3 months, we'd get major results. And then 6 months, and then once you actually start living a new life, basically habitually day to day, until it becomes a lifestyle, until it becomes basically a new version of you, a better version of you, a better mindset, a better emotional composition, a more well-balanced, well-rounded temple, on top of lifestyle, and on top of habits. And will be like success, and that's God's will, and that's God's plan. So then we could stamp it and say that's God's plan, because we used the book, and that's the roadmap in order to get the results. It wasn't what I wanted for you, and it wasn't what you wanted for you. It was what the roadmap for $4.99 wanted for you, and you trusted that this was the right choice. Then when it comes to picking a partner, we'll use the same roadmap, and essentially find the right choice. And once we get more in tune and this person applies it, you apply it, and we oversee it for a brief period of time as like the dating, right? And then once you get into the whole like we're ready to make commitment, yada yada yada, since you know how both people kind of fundamentally work and the fundamental core principles of themselves and their fundamental core beliefs prior to the experience of them, and if they would break up, where would they be afterwards? What are their four core, where would they bounce back on? What core fundamental principles will they bounce back to, right? You all apply to whatever you have understanding whether this relationship work or not, then you marry them. Have the ceremony and be like, dearly beloved, we are gathered here, boom, boom, bless, 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 boom, boom, in the eyes of God. I'm pretty sure that because we applied this book into y'all's relationship and we did the whole 9 yards, and we basically coached you guys to be the perfect relationship under this book's guidance. It's probably God's plan. Anyways, y'all, I'll catch y'all later.